Hello everyone, welcome to the second video of modal verbs. In the last video we had learned four modal verbs and their uses, so I'll just quickly go through from all four that we had learned in the last video, and then we'll learn the remaining one today. Okay, so in the last video we learned the uses of can. The first use is ability, and with the second use of can is for strong possibility, then suggestion and permission. Okay, then we learned could. The first use of could was past ability, or yes, past ability. Then next use was ability based conditional sentences. This was the second use of could. The third use, and one of my favorite one, is for polite request or for humble request. Next again, could, just like can, we learned that we can use could for suggestion also. Then possibility or uncertainty, something that is possible or something that is uncertain or not sure about, okay, or you're not sure about. Next, for indirect speech, we used could. Then we learned this modal verb may, and the first use of may was permission. We learned, okay. Then next one was a weak possibility about a future action and about a present condition. This was the second use of may. Then we learned might, okay, just similar to may, weak possibility about a future action or about a present condition. This is another use of might. And past of indirect speech, okay, so just like can in direct speech converted into could, so here may in direct speech converted into might in indirect speech. Okay, so let's start today's video, and today we're going to learn the usage of should. Okay, and the first use of should is obligation, something that is your duty, something that is your obligation. Okay, for example, for Muslims, offering prayer, it's their obligation. So all the Muslims, they should offer pray. Okay, it is their obligation, it is their duty. Okay, let's look at some examples here. I should study hard. I should fulfill my duties because this is my obligation. Yes, I should work from morning to evening. Again, this is my obligation. This is my duty. Like these days, I'm teaching in an institution, and my timing over there is from 2 o'clock in the afternoon to 8 p.m. in the evening. So I should work from 2 o'clock to 8 o'clock. Okay, this is my obligation. This is my duty. Okay, understand? Now let's move on to the next use of should, that is expectation. You expect something from someone. Okay, whatever the expectations you have, you can use this modal verb to say those. Okay, for example, here I've included four examples here, so I hope you, after learning all these examples, you know the precise use of modal verbs. Okay, so here for expectation, the first example is you should help me. You are expecting your friend to help you in this case. Okay, and next, can you please help him to do the work? It should take 10 minutes only. Okay, so here expectation is that it will take only 10 minutes. Okay, so can you help him in this case or in whatever the work is? So you're expecting that the work will finish in only 10 minutes. Okay, next, I sent the parcel a week ago. Alan should have received it by now. So here the expectation is that Alan should have received it by now. Okay, so you're expecting Alice to have got this parcel, whatever you had sent to Mr. Allen. Okay, next, your math test is at 11 a.m. You should get ready now. So you're expecting this person to get ready as soon as possible. Again, expectation. Next, for advice, you can also use should. We learned that for advice you can use can, you can use could. You can also use advice for sorry, you can also use should for advice or for giving advice to someone. For example, here, I think you should work hard. I think you should stay inside. You should take an umbrella with you. you should wear helmet. So here you're giving advice by using should to someone. Okay, for example, these days in our country, many people they give advices for free of cost. So they can use should to give the advice like you should move to another city, you should stay at your house, you should study hard, you could practice more, whatever. Okay, so these are all examples of should as a model verb for giving advice. Now move on. Let's move on to the next use of should, and that is sorry, this is another modal verb. Actually, this is not another use of should, this is another modal verb, that is must. Okay, must is used for necessity. The first use of let me actually increase the size so you understand that it is a modal verb and it is not the usage of should. Okay, let me, I think 40 is fine. Okay, so must is a modal verb. Okay, and the first use of modal verb must is necessity. Okay, something that is necessary to do, something that you must do. Okay, so the first use of modal verb is necessity. Okay, here he must come now, so he's up to come now. Like he must come now means that he, it is necessary for him to come here right now. Okay, next, I must go now. So there is something important. I must leave now or I must go now. So it is necessary to go now. Okay. Next, I must earn some money to support myself. Again, it explains necessity. He must eat something. Okay. Again, all these examples explain something is really necessary to do. Okay, if you don't do it, then you might have some problems. So there's a small difference between must and should. If you say I should do it, maybe it is not really necessary. Okay, but if you use must, then it is really necessary, and if you don't do it, then you might have some problems. Okay, so this is a small difference between should and must. Okay, next, let's look at the next slide, and this is for assumption. Again, something that you're assuming. You can also use must. James must be in class now. Maybe James in the school and you are in your house. So you are expecting him, you're assuming that he must be in the class now. Okay, he must be playing now. If the time it's a match time now, so you can assume that he must be playing now. Okay, she must be cooking. So again, you are assuming that the person who is responsible for cooking, she must be cooking right now. Okay, next, for prohibition, something that you're preventing. There you can use must also. Okay, for example, here you must not smoke. You must not touch anything in the museum. You must not miss this class. Okay, again, you're prohibiting something. For example, I say you must not be late. Okay, you must be on time. Next, will, will and shall, they are also used as modal verbs. The first use of will is simply for simple future. In future tense, we use will. For example, here, I will play football today. He will go to supermarket in the evening. She will wash clothes. Okay, so this the first use of will as modal verb is very simple, just for simple future. As we know, we've been using it for simple future for a long time. So let's move on to the next one. This is promise. For promise, you are promising something with yourself or with someone. Like here in the example, you see, I will be there at 6 p.m. I will not hurt you. I will take care of her. I will stop smoking. So you're promising with something, sorry, promising with someone or with yourself using will. Next, for determination, you can use will. For example, well, before, if I'm not practicing enough, then I can tell to myself from now on I will practice for 3 to 4 hours every day. Okay, so here it's a determination. You are expressing a determination. Okay, look at some examples. I will wake up early every day. I will start working hard. I will not miss a single practice session. So here will is showing your determination. Next, shall. Okay, shall is also used for simple future, but there is a difference between shall and will. Will everyone use, like American and British, they both use will for simple future, but shall Americans, they don't use shall for simple future. They have excluded shall from English, but they still use shall as a modal verb. Okay, before in the past, Americans and British, both of them, they used to use shall with I and we, like I shall go now, we shall study, or we shall go together. But now Americans, instead of using shells for simple future, they simply use will for simple future with everything. Like they'll say, I will go with you, we will go together over there, whatever. But as a modal verb, they are still using shall. Okay. So the first use of shall as a modal verb is an offer to do something for someone. An offer to do something for someone. For example, shall I place a lamp on your table? You're offering someone that, shall I do this for you? In this case, shall I place a lamp on your table? Shall I cook something for you? Here again, you're offering someone to do something for him or her. Okay. Shall I buy something for you? So the first use of shall as a modal verb is an offer to do something for someone. Next, first person asking question. First person asking question. Normally, whenever like we are about to offer pray at the institution at the academy, I normally ask to the students, shall we offer prayer now? Shall we start now? Shall we leave now? Shall we start playing cricket now? Shall we record this video? Okay, so the first person asking question in this case. Next, would. This is the last modal verb we're going to learn. Okay, and would we can use for polite requests, just like could we use for polite requests. You can also use would for polite or humble requests. So let's look at these examples. Would you please help me to solve this problem? Would you give me some apples? Would you please wait for me? So again, for humble requests, for polite requests, you can use would. Next one, willingness to do something. Simply you're telling to someone that you're willing to do this thing. Okay. For example, I would like to go for hiking. I would like to visit China. I would love to go with you. Here, not only willingness, you're also showing your interest in something. Okay, if you use would, it means that you would enjoy doing this. Okay, or you're willing to do this thing. Okay, fine, but you will also enjoy and you'll have interest in doing something. For example, if you ask me, then I'm saying I would play cricket for many hours. Doesn't matter because I enjoy doing or I enjoy playing cricket. Okay, I would like to eat pizza. It means that I would love to eat pizza. Okay, I enjoy eating pizza. Whatever. Okay, I would like to go for hiking. Whatever. So here, first thing you're showing by using would is your willingness, and second thing you're suggesting or referring to your interest in something. Okay, let's move on to the last use of modal verb, and this is for past habitual action. Once we studied could, we learned for past ability, some ability that he had in the past, and this one would. This is about past habitual action. So this is a small difference between could and would in their uses. Okay, so look at some examples. I would run really fast when I was young. So here, running fast is an action that you used to perform in the past. Okay, but not now. You're not really habitual of doing this now, but in the past you were habitual of running really fast. Okay, I would play cricket when I was in my country. Yes, playing cricket is an action. So I wrote this example over here because when I was making this ppt or putting these examples over here, I was not in my country, I was actually abroad. So there I wrote, and also there I didn't have much chance to play cricket, so that's why I wrote this example over here. And then the last one is I would swim for hours in my younger age. I would swim for hours in my younger age. So here, again, you're suggesting, you're telling to someone, or you're talking about an action that you used to perform in the past, but normally you don't do it anymore. or maybe if you do it, it's not really often, it's not your habit now, okay, but in the past you were habitual to do so. So this was the last slide of modal verbs video. I have concluded this modal verbs lecture into two videos, so you can refer to the first video before starting this one. In the last video, we learned the use of can, could, may, and might, and in this video, we learned the use of should, must, shall, will, and would. So I hope you understand these things easily. These modal verbs are really important for anyone who want to speak good English, because if he doesn't learn these modal verbs, he must be using them in a wrong way. So he cannot speak good English if he does not learn all these modal verbs and their precise use. Okay, so try to learn them well. If you have some question, if you have some problem, you can write it down in the comment section, and I would be happy to reply all of your questions and all of your problems over there. Okay, so thank you for watching this video. Have a good day, have good time, keep learning, and take care of yourself, also your families. Have good time. Bye bye. I'll see you in the next video about a next or another topic. Bye bye.